All right. Hi. I'm your host, Zeus Pantera of Z Reviews and of this channel, Inner Fetish. Wallpaper available in the Horde. Talos. That's from a TV show or something, right? So DUNU, the company that has not made a single bad IEM, I don't think. So this is my favorite IEM. It's not my favorite IEM. This could just be a situational thing because I just finished the Tangzu like 35 minutes ago. The Tangzu just came off my head and I was like, calm down. $150 planar is amazing. This is a $200 planar. At least it's unique. All right, so here's the deal. I actually put silicone tips on it, like the stock tips, because I wanted to see if it would maybe fix the problems I'm having. Why don't they come off? It's really tight, really tight. I like my DUNU tips. A lot of times I find if find a tip that you like, whether it's a spin fit or an X-Elastic, Sedna fit, find a tip you like and use it on everything. And if something doesn't sound right with your tip, try a stock tip. And if it still doesn't sound right or it makes it worse, then go back to your stock tips so at least they're comfortable. So here are the DUNU these are the DUNU Talos. And they're actually relatively, I like the way they look. They're a unique design. They're like cylindrical. And here's where the thing pops out and they're designed to sit in your ear going up. So the D is straight and they're not super deep. And oh my God, there's a switch. There's a switch on it. I usually hate switches, even though the SA6 Ultras from DUNU also have a switch. This is interesting though, because this is a 14.6 millimeter, I think. Yeah, I think it's a 14.6 millimeter planar that just so happens to have two balanced armatures in it. Two. And the switch turns the balance armatures on and off. So you can run it as a completely planar only IEM. That's it. Just a 14.6 millimeter planar, just like the Z12s, just like the Tangzus. It's it. It's a planar. And then, should you want the two balanced armatures to come on and provide the upper range, you flip the switch. So here's the problem. With it off, with it in the, there's two settings, and I don't know why the fuck this is what they decided to do in China. Instead of being on and off, or 0 and 1, there's on and 1. So, literally the number 1. So if we go to 1, that's off. 1 is off, and on is on. And I put them on, and I put them on 1, and I listen to it as just a planar. I'm going through my tracks, and it's like, all right, this doesn't have the greatest low end. It's good. It's there. It's not like SA6 there, but it's there. And again, my Tangzu was just like an hour ago. I started reviewing the Tangzu. So the treble was lacking, and that's the point. The point of it is that you get two settings. You get the soft warm setting, and then flip the switches, and it turns on literally the treble. The problem is, they're not. If this was a completely done IEM with no switch in it, they would have tuned it to have the planar end and the balance armature start. So what happens instead is the planar is trying to do full range. It's failing at the highs, and then you flip on the BAs to try to cover its ass. And I could hear it. And the treble was worse with the stock tips. I found with the foams, it's pretty dull. It dulls it out, but it's not good either. Like the imaging and the sound stage are all fine. They're all fine. They're all big planar IEM fine. But then you get to like some really complicated crunchy highs with just the planar, and it's like, oh, it's actually bad sounding at like the upper, maybe above 2500. Above 2500, it's just like, ooh. Because it's not supposed to be making that noise. That's what the balanced armatures are for. They didn't tune the driver, the planar driver, for that. So they're just trying to cover it up with the fucking balance. So you flip the balance on, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's definitely like an 8 to 10% more treble than there was. But it's complete. It doesn't blend well. Will it blend? No. You just hear that there's treble now, and sometimes it's very bright. I had Lebo M on, from The Lion King. And I was like, ooh, and then I went back to the beginning, flipped the switches, and then it was like, it was like right in my eyeballs. So SA6 Ultras, which I'm begging them, because it's up to DUNU if they do more, because they said it's a 300 unit limited edition. And if they make more, then it's not a limited edition. It might upset some of you SA6 Ultra owners. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck. They just want more people to have this good sound. Although it will probably hurt your resale value if you try to sell them. But you never sell them. Those things, those are SA6 Ultras are for life. You know that. I know that. She knows that. See her face? I pick a wallpaper because it's like, yeah, hot, taking the top off, flipping the switch. But her face is just... These are tremendous looking. They take 2-pin. I was considering putting the Chimera cable on. This is my collaboration cable, because you could change the end out to be 4.4 and then I could use it on other amps. But I just like, it's $200. You're probably not going to spend $50 on another cable to add to your $200 IEMs that I'm telling you right now. I'd rather have the Tangzus. I'd rather have the Giant Pandas. I'd rather have the Z12s for sure, because those are done. When a company gives you a switch, like with the SA6 Ultras, you'd better bet that on both settings you're gonna fucking like it, because it's $600. With this one at $200, it feels like they threw it in there as like a, well, you could and then you couldn't. It doesn't have clean enough upper mid-range, or it's not even presented like the sound. Again, Tangzus ruined my fucking life. I'll link the I don't do this in many videos, but I'm talking about them. I'll link the Tangzus in the description under the Talos. But yeah, no, I think it's just, there's something off about it. It just sounds, it sounds off. And when you flip the switch, it sounds like it's off still, because that hasn't changed, with something else added onto it. And it's kind of like, I don't know, like, well, listen to this. If I open up these stock tips and put them in, you know something's up. By the way, blue case. I had the orange case in the last DUNUs I just did. The Kemas was a beautiful orange case. Now we've got a beautiful fucking like teal case. Where are all these cases coming from? Why did I get the lame blue leather one? I want the fabric. So yeah, DUNU, keep doing the weird shit you do, because I love your IMs. Like, obviously we collaborated on it, but this particular one, and the switch is kind of in an odd place, I'll say, because it's like, this is like the left hand side. So you're supposed to feel this, but there's a flat spot with edges, like right there. So you go to feel it, and if it was on like a surface like this, you would just feel it, and it'd be the only thing there. Here I feel the lip at the bottom, and the lip at the top, and then the switch is in the middle. So you got to feel for like the middle lip. I couldn't switch it. Like the SA6 Ultras are easy. The only one's there. And this one is in the front, so it's kind of like you're doing a thing. Because that's the whole point of these switches, is you could switch them while they're in your ears. You don't have to take them out and get a pin or anything. And they work. It's just this one's annoying because they put it on a flat surface because they kind of had to, but that ruins the ability to just find it. It feels like a switch, and another switch. I don't have the power to delineate that it's narrower in the middle. So yeah, no, yeah, they don't sound bad. They're just, I'm putting them in my head against something that's $50 fucking cheaper and blew my mind. So these haven't blown my mind. Good concept though. Keep working on that, DUNU. Anyway, wallpaper, sad girl wallpaper in the Horde. Check out the sponsorship links in the description. They sometimes go places, and those places might pay me to keep this channel going. But you know what else keeps this channel going? Patreon and Subscribestar, where you can see all these IEM reviews early, participate in yard sales, which this will probably almost 100% definitely be in, where if you just bid on the item starting at $0, with an off like $5.97. If you win and you live in the USA or Canada, you get shipped for free for the bidding cost. If you live anywhere outside of the United States and Canada, you still win. It just, you got to pay half the shipping. So that's my thing. $10 chat, talk to me there. I'll tell you what it did do. I did get the final 1/4-inch adapter, because I now have all three. I'm stealing this. If you buy this in the yard sale, it's not coming with this 1/4-inch adapter. These are so hard to find, and I love them. Oh, they're so sexy. Anyway, yep. Chimera cables, this, and the Zing Tangzu. It's not these. I love these. Oh, the way these look. There's your switch. but they're not Tangzus. So, fail.